because I think it was really for the first time in years that I had been forced to peel away the layers and look at the honest truth of what this person was.
And what did you
I
see?
was about.
Is it too personal? What did you see?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, very personal, what you, under those circumstances particularly, because it's all very new and painful, what you discover. And you are so vulnerable. But it's a wonderful time of discovery as well.
Did you first, because you were just telling me that it's very difficult for you. During the break you were saying you just with a passion hate talking about yourself, which doesn't make it easy to talk to somebody who hates talking about themselves.
I know, I shouldn't have said that.
But that's okay. So when you are peeling away the different layers, do you have any idea where you're going, or is it just sort of blind faith?
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Blind faith.
Mm-hmm.
No, how can you know when you open a door what's on the other side if you have no previous knowledge?
When you started drinking a lot and taking Percodan, was it because you were shy and this was a way of getting, you felt more confident, or was it a way of easing?
Well, I used to be, I've had a lot of pain in my life.
Even today you're in pain.
Yeah, but I thought the combination gave me an assurance that I didn't feel, and it certainly made me feel more talkative. I don't know, because all it did was make me less confident.
In the end, yes.
Well, sure. And, you know, like those awful mornings after, oh, Jesus, what did I say last night? It's wonderful not to have to go through that.
Because you don't drink at all anymore.
No.
And I read in the book that what you do when you're out. This is great, because I now drink it. I went to the Bel Air Hotel this morning, to the restaurant, and so they said, what would you like? And I said, I'd like the same thing Miss Taylor gets. I'd like some fresh spring water, preferably the kind that fizzes, and I'd like a dash of unsweetened cranberry juice.
Oh, my dear, shall we drink to that?
Shall we? Yes, we
Oh, my
shall.
God.
Yes.
We should think of a name for it.
Yeah. Lizzies. You can call them Lizzies.
No.
No?
No. I don't really know how to express my gratitude for this and for everything.
You named your perfume Passion because that's how your life is ruled?
No, I wouldn't say it's how my life is ruled, but well, actually, when I was doing the book, the lady that I was working with said to me, what do you think it is? What ingredient in you that you think you have that has made you the survivor that you are? Well, I'd never really thought about that. And I thought, well, I suppose it's my passion. My passion for life, my sense of caring, my lust for life, my relish. Everything I do is sort of 100%.
You're black or white,
100% mistake, 100%, whatever I do, it's like I dive in, and I do with a passion. And I said, I think it's probably that ingredient.
Are you one of those no gray area girls?
I'm getting to the point where I'm discovering that gray is not an unattractive color at all. It depends on what you make of it and what you do with it.
When you purchased the Duchess of Windsor jewels, I read that you were pacing the floor on the phone, you know, in the midst of that auction. Is that true?
Well, I've never been such a nervous wreck in my life. We had an extension on the phone. It was in the summer, and it was out by the pool. Some of my kids were there, and we had a loudspeaker on the phone, and it was connected to Sotheby's in Geneva, and we caught this kind of we were both miscast, but it didn't seem to matter to the public. For once, the critics lost, and I enjoyed that. The critics had no bearing on whether people came or not. They came.
Yes,
We
but...
broke records.
Yes, you did, but it wasn't an art form as much as it was a voyeurism on the part of the audience. That had
Oh, yeah.
But for two accomplished, 2 Academy Awards, him with the Shakespearean background and this magnificent voice, that had to be very, at least, darn nutritional.
True. And you can tell by the photographs, I started to just gorge out.
That's when you started eating both hands, huh?
Yeah.
You didn't realize, though, you must have known you were gaining weight at the time, but you were in your
Oh, they had to make new costumes for me, I knew. But I didn't give a damn.
You also saw him going down the big spiral staircase, booze. He was very ill.
Yeah.
There was nothing you could do.
The last time I saw him, which was 2 months before his death, he was so proud of what I'd done. And he was very interested, very inquisitive about what had gone on at the Betty Ford Center and how I'd done it and what the process, the procedure was. I think he would have eventually gone.
He could have saved himself had his
I think so.
health held up.
Yeah. No one knew that he was that sick.
In your marriage to John Warner, he sold the house without telling you. And then you sold some jewelry. The sense here is that at the end of that marriage, the most beautiful woman in the world was not in the chips. You had to sell, did you sell the Krupp diamond? Uh-huh. You didn't have to sell it. But you did sell, this is, should I guess, 33? 33 carats. Uh-huh.
Now that little baby stays with me.
But we have the sense that we have here, the royalty of filmdom in the center of 20th century film. That's you. And you were not necessarily, I have the feeling you had to watch your checkbook. Is that true?
Well, to a certain extent, because I retired. I was 100% behind my man. And my man was the senator in Washington, because his state being Virginia.
And you were without income, you're saying?
I wasn't working. I was retired. And I was sort of seeking obscurity. And I wanted just to be a Mrs. Senator lady.
You were very soon to learn, though, that this was not really something you could do.
Well, the media didn't really allow me to. For some reason, like they were obsessive about my weight. And I could never understand why or how they thought it was their business.
Well, can I argue that?
Yeah.
Someone of your fame and worldwide admiration and renown goes to 180 pounds?
It's my body, my life.
And it's my column, and I've got to write about it if I'm in the business. That's my point. I'm not saying this necessarily is something that someone like yourself should enjoy, but you've always acknowledged that your fame denied you the kind of privacy that goes to most of us. And you seem to be rather resigned to living this way, and yet you got angry when they were commenting on your...
Yeah, because I really thought that was a time when I could be obscure and private and be on the farm in Virginia and try just being a wife.
And seeing yourself, your body in the mirror.
The great white whale.
Was it really one time like that this suddenly? You had not been looking in the mirror.
Yeah, it was. It was like a terrible shock. I really saw myself. And then I really looked. And it was not pretty.
And it was at that moment that you decided to commit to doing something about it.